All right, hi, Professor Kelly. We're Picante's Restaurante. Nick.
I'm Bree.
Mitchell.
And we have our SWOT analysis here for you today.
Okay, so some of our strengths would be that our products are inexpensive.
It's an authentic Mexican restaurant. A good location.
Yeah, we could say that.
If we're going right up on mission. Good food too.
Yeah,
Good authentic.
good. I think we're gonna have like a really nice like atmosphere. It's like very inclusive and just very different, I guess.
Some atmosphere.
Yeah, and kind of like it'll like really feel like a part of Mexico with like the Oaxacan animalitos and everything and like the art. I think that'll make a big difference.
Okay, so what about weaknesses?
Definitely inexperience. We don't really have much experience in hospitality.
No brand name.
That's right, we would have to start from the bottom with our brand recognition. Maybe it's gonna be hard since we're a Mexican restaurant, we're kind of promoting this like we're kind of urging people to learn about like Mexican culture. It's gonna be hard for us to find staff that is knowledgeable of
It's like
that.
a bilingual staff.
Like bilingual and like knowledgeable
Yeah.
of like
The culture and food.
yeah. One way we could overcome that though is we could maybe see if we could put like employment flyers up on like the third floor of Piers, which is like where the Spanish classes are and like other language classes. So like a lot of people up there would be a little better maybe
Suited.
yeah. And we could also offer like a pay incentive, like $1 more an hour if you're bilingual or something.
Alright.
Any other weaknesses you guys can think of?
I think with the strengths we're bringing, our weaknesses shouldn't be that many. Besides the brand and we're inexperienced, just a new company, so it's going to be hard to start up.
That's true. I think just getting started is gonna be the most difficult, like those first few months.
Yeah.
Trying to bring in as much revenue as we can.
Opportunities?
Yeah, we can move on to opportunities. We can come back if we think of anything for that. I think we have a lot of great like sponsorships.
It's
or,
a
like,
college town, so.
Yeah. So like college students love to drink and stuff. And definitely like sponsorships with like Para Los Niños. You know, one thing we should put in strengths is we have really good marketing strategies.
Okay. Let's go straight.
With like teaming up with like the RSOs and res halls. And I think that kind of gives us the opportunity of like cheap advertising.
I guess just getting involved comes with sponsorship, so.
Yeah. Like, you can also kind of say like collaborations with
There we
like
go.
other events that are already held in the community. And that could, yeah, even if we just did like a Relay for Life booth or something, and cost us maybe $100, but like people would like see us and hear our name all day long, so it'd be definitely worth it.
Alright, should we just move on to threats for now then?
Yeah, and we can always come back as we think of things.
Okay, well, threats, we're the low dog coming in a already highly populated Mexican restaurant area. They have like 5 or 6 already.
Yeah, so you could say like high competition.
Yeah.
Okay, and like especially for Mexican restaurants, but all restaurants really.
The cost of beef is rising around the nation, so that brings up
that's right.
a potential threat in our spending.
Speaking of like meat and stuff, there's like it's like kind of like a movement right now, like a lot of people are going like vegan and vegetarian.
So another one could be a whole vegan threat. I think we could also make that an opportunity by saying we could have a vegan menu.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or vegetarian, vegan's hard to.
Yeah. I mean, we could probably squeeze like a couple vegan items on there, but it will be really difficult.
It's gonna be thin because
you would really like in the restaurant industry for something to be like advertised as vegan, you can't like you would have to completely clean all of your equipment that meat has ever touched. So vegetarian might be a little more practical, and we're still being inclusive that way, but also realistic.
Yeah.
What other threats could be? Maybe like a lot of students go home over the summer, and that's like a very large portion of the population in Mount Pleasant.
Population decrease in the summer, so just
so kind of like seasonal
sales.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard during the summer and during like December and early January when most of the students have gone home.
Need to rack up as much as you can quickly before like the summer hits and the dead months.
So we'll have to like kind of strategically have like sales and stuff, like maybe like, I don't know, and being repetitive in your sales kind of creates like a, you know, kind of like Wayside has like their Tuesday pints. We could do like Thursdays like
dollar tacos.
just or something.
Something promotional to catch attention.
Yeah, and like people will remember like, oh, it's Thursday, it's Dollar Taco Day or something. Okay, so how can we change threats? You can't really change that well because those are more external. But how can we change our internal weaknesses?
Brand recognition would be a advertisement and that's almost external on its own, but
I mean, it's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah, it's gonna be something to chip away at.
Yeah, it'll definitely be like a long run thing. It'll take several years, but I think like by just being an active member of the community, by being present at as many events in the community as we can, people will start to recognize us. We can start to kind of grow and expand a little.
A bilingual staff.
That's something. The Spanish language is the #1 growing language in the world right now, and it's also in the United States, it's like the #1 second language to have. So I think like 5 years from now, a lot more students who would be willing to fill those lower paying positions will be bilingual. So that one might kind of solve itself a little bit.
In time.
Yeah.
And inexperience will something maybe training, like a job training before you start work, or?
I think it's more of an experience for us. I mean,
Benefits as
obviously
well,
that's
yeah.
not really something we can change.
Yeah, that's true as well.
So that's probably going to be that's our biggest weakness. That's something that we would have to work on the most. We would have to definitely go to like employment retreats and study well. I mean, we are all students at a business school, so we will improve, hopefully. When we graduate, we all will get our degrees and be good businessmen and women. And yeah, I think as far as the vegan thing goes with the vegetarian menu, that was one thing that Las Señoritas did not have. They had a couple like vegetarian entrees, but you had to really look for them. I think by like setting those apart and kind of like being like, oh look, we used cage-free eggs in this, or we used free-range chickens or something.
Maybe like its own section of the menu.
Yeah. Well, I think if we advertise that we do that for all of our foods, and then we really stress that we have a vegetarian menu, that'll help alleviate some of that. And yeah, the rising beef costs, I mean, if we have to, we can go more towards chicken and pork.
Just have to wait and see how that pans out.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Does anyone have anything to add?
I think we nailed a lot of it right there that I can think of at the moment.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for watching our video.